Welcome back to the Gun Dungeon, guys. Got my little tiny rig out here today because we're going to be talking about pocket carry. Not just pocket carry in itself, some of the advantages and disadvantages, but also why you should train with it if you're going to be carrying pocket carry. There are a lot of differences between carrying inside the waistband, outside the waistband, and carrying pocket carry. Now, I carry pocket carry 80% of the time, probably through the summertime. I like to carry inside the waistband better, but for convenience reasons, clothing reasons, whatever, what have you, I will carry pocket carry. But I also realize that it's a compromise, and that's some of the things we're going to talk about. So just for demonstration purposes, this firearm is clear. Nothing in this firearm, so just letting you know that up front. One of the first things that I think of when I think about pocket carry is how freaking slow it is to get to my weapon. Now, like I said, I typically carry in ball shorts when I'm pocket carrying, and that's the main reason that I'm pocket carrying, is because carrying inside the waistband, a bit of a task when all you got is a drawstring instead of a belt. But when I go to draw and I'm training and practicing with it, it is slow, it's cumbersome, and it's very awkward because you got loose pockets that don't really have a stiff seam here. So you got to get your hand in there quickly first. Then you got to get your hand in your pocket and orient your hand around your firearm. And then we'll go ahead and talk about the draw. Now, this holster has a little thumb brake here, a little fold over, little thumb brake. Most of them today do. I typically carry a Vetter pocket locker, but it's got my LCP Max. It's actually in use, so it's by the bed, so I just grabbed this one today. I think this is a PJ holster, but it does have a thumb brake and it has the pocket hook. Now, what I've found in ball shorts is that the pocket hook isn't 100% reliable in this type of fabric. So what I've trained to do is to orient my hand and get my thumb on that brake and go ahead and start that holster off of the firearm and then let the hook go ahead and pull it the rest of the way off. And worst case scenario, if I have already broken that click off, that retention, already broken that off with my thumb, even if the holster does come out with the gun, it's a simple, and it's off of the gun. So it's just to get that initial retention off of the holster, and then you can present. Now, I say it like it's super simple, but it's not. It's very, very awkward. Let me show you. So this probably isn't the best example because I'm not sitting like I normally would in a chair in the house or in a vehicle. But when you're sitting down, that also presents an issue with pocket carry. I don't know about you, but I have a hard time even just getting my keys out of my front pocket while I'm sitting down. Normally I pull the old, straighten the leg out and get your hand in your pocket when I'm sitting down, because that's how you access your pocket easily. That's something to consider whenever you're carrying pocket carry, that setting down draw, even in these loose ball shorts, is very, very cumbersome. Gun's still clear, by the way. Now, I know I've made a couple negative comments about carrying pocket carry, but there are some perks to carrying pocket carry that some scenarios may lend themselves better for, such as like right now, I'm standing here talking to you. Was already on my gun and nobody was the wiser. So that is one perk of pocket carry, is you can be indexed on your handgun with people around you and nobody would be the wiser. Now, what type of scenario may present that opportunity, I'm not sure. You know, a lot of situations where if you are worried and you're worried enough to put your hand on your handgun and be preparing for it, maybe you should probably get yourself out of that situation instead of sticking around to when you have to draw. I don't know. Like I said, there are scenarios where that's going to be handy, but it's just something to think about. So as with anything, practice makes perfect. Now, how perfect you can get pocket carry and drawing from your pocket, I don't know, but all the practice you can get, you're just going to get that much better. So one thing that I like to do whenever I'm training pocket carry is I only like to load my gun with however many rounds I plan to shoot on that draw. And I'll tell you why real quick. So I've only have 3 rounds loaded here. I'll go ahead and holster put it in my pocket. It's safe because it's in the holster, so now I can put it in my pocket safely. I'll go ahead and get my hands out. We'll dig for the pocket holster. There we go. Now I'm empty. But if I was only planning on shooting 3 and I had extra rounds in the gun, it would be loaded, and I would be standing here with a loaded gun and my pocket in my strong side, or my holster in my strong side pocket. So now I'll have to switch my gun over, keep it safe, get my holster out of my pocket, come back around, reholster, and then put it back in my pocket. I don't like manipulating a loaded gun that way when I'm training, so I prefer to just go ahead and shoot the magazine empty. That way I know the firearm is safe, reload the magazine, put it back in the holster, and go from there. Something else to think about. Pocket carry seems to be the most convenient means of carry for most people, and a lot of people do carry in their pocket. But with that convenience comes a trade-off. As Iraq Veteran 88 says all the time, there's no free lunch. I think he's talking about physics. But there's no free lunch in this either. Where you have one convenience, you're going to have a compromise. That compromise is going to be the slow draw. It's going to mean a very small gun, which means it's going to be much harder to shoot than a full-size gun. So those 3 things makes it very, very important to train and practice, not just with the firearm, but with the holster, with the type of pants that you normally pocket carry in, whether it's dress pants, blue jeans, ball shorts, pajamas, whatever it is that you pocket carry in the most. And, you know, switch it up, train with all of them and see the differences, because there's going to be a big difference in a pair of skinny jeans and your ball shorts. I guarantee you're going to have a bit of a difference digging in that pocket for you skinny jeans. I know all my viewers wear skinny jeans. I know y'all do. Don't act like you don't. But back to the point, you got to train, guys, and it's when it comes to pocket carry and small guns, I can't stress enough how important it is, because it's not just a fact of hitting a target. If you're pocket carrying, you're carrying for defense. It's your life. It's the life of your loved ones on the line. And you don't want to be fumbling this thing around trying to dig it out of your pocket and pull it out, have your holster still attached to the gun or what have you. You want to know how you carry works. You got to get to the range. You got to practice. And I hope that you guys take this video seriously if you're pocket carriers and you get to the range and you put some rounds on target from the pocket. That's what I got for you today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And as always, stay tuned.